All right, this first solo example that we're going to talk about happens over a straight feel blues in A. So if you haven't had a chance to go check out the blues in A track from the other series, then you definitely need to do that. A quick overview: it's just a little group of two-note chords where I play the open 5th string, 2nd fret on the 4th string, and I go back and forth with my 3rd finger to the 4th fret on beats 2 and 4. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I go through the whole 12 bars that way. So the D just moves up a string, and the E goes down to the open E. Okay, this is a fairly short example. We're only going to do one, what we call it one chorus, meaning one time through that 12-bar blues progression. So the very first lick is starting out very much like a lot of the other lick examples did. The bend on the 3rd string, and then the top 2 strings. That's the first phrase. And what you'll want to do is you definitely want to take this in phrases. Don't feel like you have to learn the whole solo all at once. In fact, please don't try to learn the solo all at once. Take a logical phrase. Take an amount of music that is surrounded by space. So in this case, you have and that's kind of all by itself. So that makes a good phrase. So we have the bend, 2nd string, 1st string, a couple of notes on the 2nd string, then a bend. Now the next note, there's no bend on it, but I don't want to hear the bend fall again, so I will choke it with my right hand and then release. So if you hear that out, it's a bend, choke, release, then play the note as it sits. Okay? So again, this phrase. Okay, then we have just a little phrase, just a pull off on the 4th fret, and then the 5th on the 4th string. I'm sorry. All right. So far, nothing fancy. Then we're going to use a blue note right there, and a little bend up to the top string. And that's nothing fancy, we're just playing notes out of the scale. Okay. Now this next little part involves a couple of whole step bends from the 8th fret. And what you're going to see on the tab is you're going to see another 8 in parentheses with a straight line after it. And that means that it's still bent, but you don't pluck it again. Anything that's in parentheses is just held from previously. So what I'm really going to do is I'm going to bend up, and then bend up, then kill it, and release it, and bend it up again. Then choke it, then release it, and play it again. And a little bit quicker, that looks like this. And don't be afraid when you're practicing this to put that choke in and take time with it. You might as well get used to doing it now. Then we have a tweedly, and a pull off, and a bend. Again, that's a tweedly, and a pull off, and a bend. Then we have a bend and release, and another pull off. So that's a pretty simple phrase. And finally, a hammer on, another hammer on. So this is all kind of low notes. now we have this kind of the same as the beginning lick again. But this time we're going to jump all the way back down to the third string and do a bend and release. And finally, a bend and just a few scale tones. So, like I said, make sure you go through and practice each phrase one at a time and get it kind of under your fingers. And then once you feel like you've got a pretty good handle on it, start playing it along with the recording. Ideally, you'll first practice it with the recording that has me playing the solo. That'll help you to match up, make sure you get the timing exactly right, and make sure you get all the little nuances that are involved. But then after that, you want to play the track that's just the rhythm section only. So that you can be sure that you know rhythmically where the music is supposed to go. That's one of the most important points to bring up, is that you have to know which beat things fall on. You have to be able to hear where the licks are going to go. So listen to the recording, play along as often as humanly possible, and then once you feel like you've got a pretty good hang of it, if you can play through it and play along consistently without making mistakes, then go back and try it with the rhythm only track. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and play it along with the rhythm track right now.